Electronisounds Audio, the YouTube channel for you.
What's happening, friends? It's Dean from Electronisounds. Stick around. Today, we're going to be checking out the Synido Tempokey W25 MIDI controller. Now, this is a battery-powered MIDI controller, and it also features Bluetooth MIDI. In this video, we're going to be checking out using it with hardware. Come on, let's have some fun. My favorite feature of this controller is the chord mode because it follows the scale mode and it's really easy to use. Let me show you how we get that set up. I've got the MIDI out from the Tempokey routed into the MIDI in on the Audio Thingy's Micro Monster synthesizer. And if I want to use the Tempokey to play chords on the Micro Monster, I'll start by turning on scale mode on the Tempokey. If I want to adjust the root note and set the scale, I just hold down the scale button and I can choose any root note and any scale I want. For this example, I'll choose the minor natural scale. Now, all I need to do is just turn the chord mode on, and if I hold down the chord mode button, I can choose from triad chords, seventh chords, and ninth chords. And just like that, we can get some really nice, chilled chords from the Micro Monster. Let's have a listen. This controller has 2 banks of pads for a total of 16 pads. We can switch between pad bank A and pad bank B by tapping the pad bank button. The pads are easily customizable without the need for using the configuration software. All we need to do is press down on the main control knob and then tap the pad we'd like to adjust the settings for. Now we can change the MIDI channel that this pad is transmitting on, we can change the note that this pad is sending out, and we can also adjust the color of the pad. Each pad can have its own color, so you can really get in here and customize the pads to your liking. At the top right, we've got a velocity type button, which sets the velocity curve for the pads and the keys. We can choose from a soft, medium, hard, or a fixed velocity curve. And lastly, we've got a note repeat button, which turns on a note repeat function on the pads, so we can play those 30-second note trap-style hi-hat rolls. The note repeat follows the settings from the arpeggiator, which we can easily adjust as needed by turning on the shift key and adjusting the knobs. This controller comes with 2 banks of 9 knobs for a total of 18 knobs. We can switch back and forth between knob bank A and knob bank B by using the knob bank button. We can also customize all of the settings for all of the knobs right on the unit itself without the need for the configuration app, and that includes the pitch wheel and the modulation wheel. To adjust the settings of the knobs, all we need to do is press down on the main knob and then turn any knob that we'd like to adjust the settings for. And now we can adjust all of the settings for any of the knobs individually. The same goes with the pitch wheel and the modulation wheel. We just press down on the main control knob and we can adjust the MIDI channel of the pitch wheel, or we can adjust the MIDI channel or CC number that the modulation wheel is sending out. We can easily adjust all of the settings for the arpeggio as well. All we need to do is press down the shift knob and then we can change the tempo division from 1/4 note all the way up to 1/32 note triplets. We can change the mode of the arpeggiator from up, down, and random, etc. We can change how many octaves the arpeggio is going to play through before returning to the beginning of the pattern. We can adjust the swing of the arpeggio. We can turn latch on, and that means if we hold down some keys, it's going to hold those notes down until we either press more new keys or turn the latch mode off. We can turn sync mode on or off, which is supposed to lock the external MIDI clock signal to the Tempokey for syncing the arpeggio with external gear, but I had difficulty getting that to work as expected. We can also adjust the gate mode of the gate length rather of the arpeggio, so how long the notes are going to actually hold down and sustain for. We can adjust that in real time as the arpeggios are playing if we want to. And we can also adjust the tempo of the arpeggio. Lastly here, we can adjust the MIDI channel of the keyboard.
never been a better reason to create art than the incoming storm of AI. We need humans making things. The beauty and magic of art is that connection, that human connection. That human connection.